Hi, today we are going to understand how to build a good SEO strategy, especially into e-commerce domain. So I'll be diving into core concept like the need of SEO and how the search engine works behind the scene and the intelligence system that drives the SEO. After that, I'll be telling you exact strategy that you can apply in your business to learn and implement this SEO strategy and drive amazing traffic to your store. So I'll be diving into a niche strategy, finding the exact keywords, doing research, and finally drafting your plan and how you can, craft trailer out of your SEO strategy. For example, the content piece that you are going to write it down is kind of movie, and whenever you are launching a movie beforehand, you also launch the trailer. So how you are going to drive the trailer system so that it boosts the traffic. And finally, we would be looking at how to schedule it and plan promotion. And finally, I am having some extremely cool tips, especially for e-commerce domain that will boost your traffic over there. And finally, I have few next step that if you want to take your business to the next level, I have these freebies for you. So stay tuned. Let me start with the concept. So when it comes to building your SEO strategy, the very first thing is to understand the concept that goes behind the scene that powers this SEO. The very first thing is to understand what is SEO. You see, whatever platform you are selling, your e-commerce website, you want traffic to be driven out there. The only way you can drive traffic is by, filtering out people from where they are doing their search or from where they are doing research. So I think Google is one of the most trending platform where a lot of people are doing their search. And that is why it is very much important for us to feed the information, relevant information to Google so that Google understand that the people who are looking at the solution to their problem are being directed to our website. For example, a website that is based on fashion niche or fashion t-shirt can have an article based on trending fashion or what to wear during Holi, Deepavali or festive seasons. And when someone is looking at the customer's end, when someone is looking at what to wear in Holi, he or she should be able to look at the options that you have provided in your blog post. And that is how Google actually plays a very important role, giving solutions to people who are actually looking at. And the same thing is happening over here, and that is why we need our SEO strategy so that we are feeding Google the relevant data. Now, the very much important thing is that what is the principles on which these search engines are built on is, search engines are powered so that they provide better results to individuals, so that there is a better engagement. And a lot of people will again come back to Google and look for their other solutions in their area of problem because they really found the solution out over Google. So Google want engagement happening via their platform. And Google is also looking at variations in information. For example, if someone is looking for what is the best outfit for this particular festive season, Google is looking for variations of information, because sometimes people who are actually asking questions, they themselves don't know what they want solution about. For example, people looking for outfit, they might be looking at ethnic outfit, they might be looking at some kind of western outfit, they might be looking at a dark colored outfit. It is all different, right? So from the perspective of context, what Google wants to understand, Google try to give the individual a variety of opinion so that the search results that is appearing on the very first page, people are getting a lot of options via which they should click to the solutions that was rolling on in their mind. That is why the variation in information is important. And also this is one of the key factor where, I ask people to write different than what you have already seen into keyword research. So this is also one of the core principles you will have to understand. The third point is the intelligence. The intelligence system that goes behind the scene is, Google is also looking at the customer retention on page. For example, someone clicked onto the page link that Google provided as a part of solution. So the Google is now looking at how much time the individual is spent on that particular page. So this is important because, when you are writing or drafting your page, you can include something so that people are spending more time. For example, a lot of time placing videos onto your website or on your blog is quite relevant, because people are now clicking on that video, and then they are going through the video and they're spending more time over your page. Now, topics like infographics and references plays a very important role, because it gives Google a feeling that you are thinking much more maturely and you are not just coming out of your own mind. So if you are putting a statistic which is supporting your kind of thinking or your approach, that is how Google wants you to think as well, right? And finally, backlink is there, and then we have DA and PA, like domain authority, like how much older your domain is, and the page authority, how much good organized content you have written over there. So this is the intelligence system that you can use while dealing with the SEO strategy. So after the concept, let me dive deep inside this strategy. How do you actually make use of all these concepts? So when it comes to strategy, the very first thing is to finding your niche. A lot of people into e-commerce, they are selling everything. When you sell everything, you sell nothing. All you need to do is dive inside a particular niche area and then provide solutions to people from that particular area. Because when that happens, people start to look at your domain as kind of authority, and you gradually start to rank higher in that particular niche. That is why you need to go deep inside your niche area. Now the second point is, you need to find keywords which has low competition and high volume, especially the long tail keyword in your niche. Those kind of keywords which higher volume and low competition, those are the keywords for which you can rank for. So high volume means a lot of people are looking for it. Low competition means there is not lot many content around that particular keyword. So once you have found your keyword, the next part is, to research the existing pages which are ranking on Google. So if you look at Google, you would be able to see what all are the pages which are ranking right now. And if you look closely, you will be able to find certain pattern. All you need to do is do something differently. You need to learn from them. You need to look at how you can make it much more interesting, because when you make it more interesting, that is the point when people are actually able to invest more of their time. For example, use infographics, use YouTube videos, use great images and stuff like that. Work on quality and experience that you can provide people on that particular page. Once the research is done, the next part is to draft the plan, and it means that you need to put in your keywords, your title, your infographics, tags, and your URL. A lot of people think that since they are using long trailing keywords, their URL should also be a bit lengthy. That is not the case. You need to keep your URL short, because shorter URL is favored by Google. If you don't know, type into the comment section below that it was a Balwan moment for you, right? So yeah, so you need to keep it short. And finally, you need to plan content. For example, you need to use images, videos, and make it super engaging. And you might use certain animations, cartoons, or whatever is your favorite. Try to make it super engaging and useful for people, because at the end of the day, when people are going to consume your content more, you will gradually rank higher for that particular keyword. So keep the draft plan ready, and finally add meta information. For example, if you are adding certain thumbnail for your post, do it. Put good title, put SEO friendly description, so that your keyword is a part of the description. So once that is done, once the meta information is done, the next part is to craft trailer. Now this is a very interesting topic, not everyone covers, and you will learn something crazy. You see, when you post your kind of blog into an online world, and when it is live, the search engines are looking at the engagement and the traffic that is coming to that particular page in the first 24 hours. So if there are a lot of people visiting that particular page in first 24 hours, it will give signal to the search engine that this is kind of something new stuff that is available over online, and it is doing crazy, and they will rank your page a bit higher. They will prioritize your page a bit higher. That is why, in order to get that happen, your entire content cannot be published somewhere. You cannot just copy the URL and start sharing into Facebook groups and all of this stuff. I mean, that was happening long back, but now no more. All you need to do is understand which piece of your content is spicy content, and then those spicy content, you can pick up certain, for example, certain quotes could be there, or certain bulb on moments could be there, and stuffs like that. So pick up those spicy stuff which can be framed within 30 to 60 seconds, and then put it on Insta Reel, put it on YouTube Reels, and then share those piece of spicier content into the social media. Now when you do that, people would be able to consume those small piece of content within say 30 seconds and 60 seconds, and they can understand that okay, there is something amazing that has been developed by this particular person, or this particular blog, or this particular website. Let us go and check it out. And that is where they will click on the link and they will land on your blog post. And this is the much easier approach, and I call it trailer. So trailer can be done over Insta Reels or Facebook post. So when your trailers are ready, make sure you are not publishing yet. You have scheduled it for certain time, or you can post it once your content is ready. So all you need to do is publish and schedule whenever your content is ready, and then trailers should also be published in a certain way, so that people who are viewing trailers can click on the link and can land on your blog post, and eventually sending signal to the search engine that your blog is worth it. And when that is going to happen, the promotional plan is going to work, because 24 hours matter, and promote as much as you can. So if you have an email list, shoot out email to the entire list of group. Use hashtags on social media to make sure that your content, the trailer part, is trending. And when you do all of this, you will start hitting a lot of people driven through your content, through your trailer to your blog post, which will signal to social media, right? So when this is done strategically, when the content is planned strategically, that is when you will start to see the SEO ranking goes much better. And finally, there are a few cool tips for you. Is number one is, for SEO strategy, you can go with ultimate guides. So ultimate guides will usually be between 5k to 10k words, and it is going to take time for you to build, or you can take help of some writer out there, and then you can ask them to write content for you. Make sure you understand what you want to be developed, and give them in detail what you really want. And finally, number two is complete guide, not ultimate guide, complete guide, which is again 1k to 2k words, which is a long form of blog post, which gives end to end scenario of how to do stuff. For example, ultimate guides around Holi could cover every aspect of Holi, or ultimate guides around festival could cover all the aspect of festival, but complete guide could cover only certain part. For example, how to wear sari in festive season could be a complete guide. The ultimate guide could be something different, like the saris ultimate guide, and then you are talking about variety of saris and when you are going to use it, blah blah blah. So those things makes difference, and I hope you understand this part, because these are the two things which are super trending right now. And finally, the third thing you can do is, without working more, you can all you can do is, ask someone to transcribe your YouTube. There are a lot of online systems available which can transcribe your YouTube and then get that text published onto your blog. Make sure you are going to review it before you publish it. And finally, the same thing you can do with your podcast as well. So when you are launching your podcast, you can transcribe the entire podcast and create amazing content out of you. And obviously all of this content is going to drive traffic to your blog post. Make sure each of your blog post contains amazing images of your e-commerce product that you are going to sell, so that and obviously give some buy button, some CTA over there, so that people can click on the link and you can generate sales. All right, so these were the amazing strategy. Coming up next is kind of support system. What is your next step? So if you are someone who is who wants to launch their own e-commerce store sitting at home within next 90 days, as this is what I have for you. Number one is, go ahead and subscribe, like and comment. Obviously this is for everyone, not for those who want to launch their e-commerce business. So if you get some amazing values today, subscribe to this channel to stay connected with these amazing ideas around passion, business and marketing. And finally, the next step for those people who want to take their e-commerce business to the next level is join my tribe. All you need to do is click on ranvz.co/join. I am going to give the link down into the description, and you can go ahead and attend my live workshop. Ask me question, learn from me, and I will see you to the live workshop. All right, till then, take care and God bless. Bye bye.